In this video, I'm going to show you guys how to set up Mr.Professional, but I'm also going to show you guys how to connect your camera, your lighting, and in addition, if you guys look around, I'm going to show you how to take the best photos using the best settings. So let's get straight into it, guys. This is a flight case that you guys are going to be receiving. And so it's quite simple. We're going to go ahead and open it up. And when you guys get Mr.Professional, of course your iPad isn't going to be installed, but the way you install the iPad is simply by just removing these 4 screws right here and then just putting it in your iPad. So this is the easiest part. We're just going to leave this to the side for now. Now, it's important that you guys will see that we have a camera pin here and the 2 knobs that are going to hold the booth. So I'm going to pull out the booth, and the booth, I'm going to rest it on this surface right here so that I don't scratch this beautiful white. This is what this is basically designed for. The next items I'm going to reach for in here is another mat, and I'm going to pull out the actual mount, and the mount I'm going to set right here. Then from there, there's a bag with some goodies. I'm going to go over those in a little bit. And you guys do get a free umbrella. The umbrella is right in here. And then the 2 pillars. Also, you guys want to make sure those pillars stay away from hard areas such as asphalt, concrete, and hard floor. So the first thing is we're going to go ahead and add this first piece. This is the first pillar. Big shout outs to our girl Mia, who is on the videography here today. What's up, Mia?
Hi.
So first thing we want to do, we want to tighten these. And it's important, guys, if you want to come in a little bit and tighten this little area, Mia, it's important that these knobs, you guys wiggle this, so these knobs are super tight. So I wiggle this a little bit, the knobs are super tight. I'm going to grab the second pillar right over here. And let's go ahead and put this right in. Align it properly. Once it's aligned properly, let's go ahead and twist these on as well. Now remember, guys, the beautiful part about Mr.Professional 2nd generation is you don't need any tools to assemble it. All you need is your phalanges and you're set to go. For the ladies, I'm sorry. I know you girls have nails and it's not the easiest, but this design is the most efficient, okay? Shout outs to all the ladies that do their nails. Mira, show me your nails, Mia. Hey, look at that. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and reach for these 2 knobs right here. These 2 knobs are what's gonna hold the head unit in place right here. Now, let's pay attention to the back of this head unit right here. Yours might look like it's all white, but there's a little actual knob that we put in here that you guys can push out. And so this is a soft closed door. So when you close it, it's like a luxury car. It'll do the soft close just like this. And I usually leave this off so when I have the keys, I can just either lock it or leave it unopened so that my photo booth director can just go in here and make any adjustments as needed. When you guys receive it, you guys are going to notice that there is already USB Type-C accesses installed in here. And so that is part of the actual purchase that comes included. But what we're going to do is we're going to dive into the camera installation and everything else. So, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and mount the head unit up on the pillar. We'll do that together right now. So I'm going to grab it like this, and then I'm just going to eyeball it from in here. And if you come on this side, Mia, I'm going to take these 2 screws, guys, and I'm going to go ahead and screw them in these holes. And before I tighten the other one, before I tighten it all the way, I'll add the second one right in here. So big shout outs to me again, getting them angles. And then I'll start tightening them simultaneously like this. And now your booth is set. All right, so you guys are probably wondering, well, what is this? This is your actual power cord cable. What you're gonna do is yours is gonna be brand new. So it's gonna be kind of like a pretzel like this. So what we'll do is we're gonna feed it. There's a hole in here we're gonna feed it in through, and we're gonna bring it all the way down. So just feed it through that hole until you feel like it's hitting the ground, right? And then watch me, guys. Watch the technique. I'm gonna grab Mr.Professional from right here. I'm gonna tilt it to the side, and I'm gonna reach under to pull the cable out. Now, this cable was intended to be connected to an extension cord or be connected to an actual power bank. I love using power banks. So at this moment, as far as the assembly goes, we're gonna pause right here because what I wanna do is I wanna show you guys how to set up your camera, how to set up your trigger and the receiver. So let's go ahead and jump into that right now. The first thing I want you guys to reach for is your Canon R100. Now the Canon R100 is a crop sensor camera manufactured by Canon, and the R100 I want to say is the industry staple, 24 megapixels. But if you combine this with the flash Godox, you're gonna get immaculate photos. Yes, I said the word immaculate. You probably never heard that word. It doesn't matter, that's irrelevant. And I'm using a lens here. This lens is a 24 to 50 lens. Now this is a lens that I like because if I'm in a situation where I want to punch in, I could just zoom in without moving the entire photo booth. And it's the opposite. If I have a large group, I can open up the actual lens to make sure that everyone in the group is in the actual frame. This is why I use a 24 to 50. If you're using a kit lens and you're using like an 18 to 45, that's still a solid choice. The first thing we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna go ahead and place the SD card. So the SD card, super simple. Let's just go ahead and insert the SD card onto the camera. And then while we have the camera open, I want you guys to reach for your dummy battery. Your dummy battery is gonna look something like this. So I'm gonna have my camera girl Mia zoom in here on my hands. As you guys can see, the dummy battery is gonna go right in here until it clicks. And then you wanna take this cable, move it to the side, and then close it like this. So now your battery is installed, and the opposite end is gonna go plugged in to Mr. Professional. Now this opposite end needs to go into this part right here, and we'll connect this into Mr. Professional in a few moments. But before we do that, let's move on to the next thing. The next thing is going to be your flash trigger. I'm going to show you guys my very favorite setup right here. And so it's really simple. You're going to get your trigger. This is going to go on the camera, and it's going to go on the camera just like this. This is called a hot shoe. It's going to go inserted just like this. Make sure you guys remove the little plastic that's on the side so that you guys can actually start using it. So remove that. Before I move on, mine says 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the number 1 is actually set to the top. This is a combination that should match your actual receiver if you want them to communicate wirelessly. I don't do the wireless, I do the hard wire. So I'm gonna show you guys my favorite method that's the most reliable. So we're gonna go ahead and insert this like this. And then I'm gonna go ahead and close it like that. It's nice and tight now, very nice. And then what I'll do is you guys are gonna get a little cable, grab your little cable and insert the cable right in here like this. And you hear it click just like that. Very nice. So now that we have our camera connected to our trigger and connected to the battery, the next thing I'm gonna do is we're gonna need a data cable. So the data cable is something that if you guys ordered the starter kit, it should have came with. So we're gonna take the data cable, and then right in here, you see that there is an input for your data cable. You'll see how all this comes together in a few seconds. So since we have this camera almost fully set up, there's gonna be a few settings I'm gonna share with you guys. Now these settings are my secret sauce. These settings took a lot of years of my life to nail. So I'm gonna show you guys the exact setting. You guys can like take a screenshot. These are the settings that make the subject pop and also complement their face without you going deep into the whole beauty filter. So let me share those settings with you. But what I'm gonna do, Mia, is I'm gonna get this power bank, and then let's see if it focuses on the settings, because I definitely want to share my settings so that everyone that owns a Mr. Professional has the best photos in the gang. Turn this on. This is a power station. I just turned it on right now, and I'm going to be using the AC. So when this is connected to Mr. Professional, we use the AC. So this is the model that we use to have the booth running and the printer running simultaneously. Speaking of the printer, we're going to dive into that in a few moments. But let's go ahead and take it one step at a time. So I want you guys to go to menu,